the four areas that all men need to have in their life, right? If you don't have these four things in your top priority list, I want you to question where you're headed and what are you focusing on. Because at the end of the day, we have to base our life around our values and pillars that we believe in that's going to help us live a more productive, impactful, purposeful life. I think this will help. This will definitely help for young men who might be struggling to figure out what it is they want to do, how they want to do it, what they want to show up as, who they want to protect, God, and who they want to be like. At the tender age of 30, it's definitely good to have like a good set of guiding principles, right? So mine are God, family, health, and habits. I think these allow you to create a life, a purposeful life, one that is being led by God first. You know, it's pretty much a guiding light to everything that you do. You have a good North Star that is leading you towards something more, something better, something higher than you could ever possibly do for yourself. Having family at your second, you always have that love surrounding you, and that's another sign of having wealth that isn't tied to money. Having family, people that you can depend on, that you can talk to, people that you can get better with, people that you can just love and create more memories with is very valuable, right? We have to get back to the community and society to where we love our family and we value having a family. Now, I don't want you to just think about family as just blood, you know, because me as a trainer, I coach 25, 30 people every single day, and I see these people multiple times a week, and they become my family, right? Family is gonna extend outside of just the people that you are blood tied to, right? That's gonna be some of your fraternity brothers. I'm in a fraternity as well. Kappa Alpha Psi, shout out to the Noops. Those are my family. I have friends that we still communicate and travel with to this day. That I've known over a decade, right? I have friends that I grew up with, and we still communicate every now and then. I have friends from college or friends that I just met a few years ago who we always check in on each other, and every time we link up, it's always a great time. We always picking up and learning from each other. I have friends in this industry who started at the same time as me. We've been following each other for years. We come and support each other at each other's events. Shout out to my boy Omar, shout out to my boy Jet. Friends who I've trained with, who I spent dang near every day with, 8-9 hours a day with in different gyms, who we communicate with and we build a family, right? We build that connection. Have friends who led me back to Christ and helped me get on a better relationship with diving into the Bible and being more spiritually aware, that we pray and have a Bible study, men's Bible study every Monday. Those people are family. So when I say family, I'm not just talking about people that you're related to. Of course, I love my family, right? I have 8 siblings. I have a huge family, right? But we don't get to see these people every single day, even though we love them, we're surrounded by them, but you build a family outside of the ones you was raised with, right? When it comes to health, without health as one of the 3 top priorities in your life list, like if health is not in there, then everything else, if God is not at the top, everything else falls to the wayside. But if you're definitely not healthy, I know that you're not operating at your highest level. You're not operating at your peak, so you're not putting your best foot forward. Because I've been unhealthy before and not prioritized my health and put work before health, put my relationship before health. And I've gone through those moments to where I feel tired, I feel sluggish, I don't like the way I look, I feel weak. I'm not working out 2 to 3 days a week. I'm just trying to work, trying to get by. Instead of doing at least 20 to 30 minutes a day, eating foods that make me feel better overall. So when you don't put health in that list, I know there's an entire bucket of energy that you're not even pulling from. There's a amount of resilience that you are not building, that you're not privy to. There's an amount of self-control and discipline that you haven't tapped into yet. There's an amount of self-awareness that you haven't tapped into yet. There's an amount of patience that you haven't tapped into yet. The patience that it takes to look yourself in the eye and work through those areas that you're the reason that you're holding yourself back. Like you aren't as disciplined as you think. You don't have as much self-control. Your ego, you have to constantly put your ego in check so you don't hurt yourself. Like there's a lot of patience being built. There's a lot of character, good character being built when you put your health in that priority list, right? And I think, and I believe as a man, you have to go through those phases in your life to where you are buckling down, putting yourself together, putting your health first so that you can show up and be your best self for your family, for your job and your career. When you think about everybody who's the best of the best at what they do, at some form of fashion, they come back to health. They always talk about how the mental aspect of health is the most important thing, how it helps grind it. For me, I love the aesthetics of working out. I love having a nice body. I love being strong. I love commanding attention when I walk into any room. Once you get in shape, people are gonna treat you different. Everybody's gonna treat you differently, and you will know that once you get in better shape, I promise you. If you're not in shape now, I urge you to get in shape so you can see how different people treat you. You know, there's a understood level of discipline and hard work that goes into having a nice body. Right now in America, it is the norm to be out of shape. 70% of people just out of shape. That's the norm, that's the average. So once you start taking care of yourself and start looking like you work out, you just put yourself above the average right there, okay? Now, I'm not saying this to say that you're better than anybody, but you're definitely in better shape than a lot of people. And people respect that. You know, that shows that you have the discipline, that shows that you have the self-awareness, that shows that you have the enough willpower to see something to life, right? Because when you first start working out, you have to see it in your mind first. You have to understand that this is gonna be a journey. And you have to work through those times where you're not seeing the results, but you're putting in the work over and over again. And we understand that once you have a nice body, once you have a strong, well-built body, resilient body, that you've gone through the point of where consistency wins in your life now, right? You can't fast track a strong body. It's just not happening. You can't fast track a well-built, well-designed body unless you just hit the genetic lotto. You know what I mean? You just can't. That's something that has to be earned in blood, sweat, and tears, as some people say. But people will respect that. And the last one is habits, man. This is the one that keeps you feeling young, the one that keeps you feeling young and keeps the fun in the mix. Not to say that business, family, and God can't be fun, don't get me wrong, but God is a creator. God is a creative, and God had hobbies. So men need to have hobbies, ones that are beneficial, ones that bring more joy, and ones that bring you a sense of peace, that way that you can step away from the responsibility that you have in life and you can go back to and they add to your life as opposed to subtracting. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to party. I'm a party animal. I'm gonna have me a good time. You know, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna have me a great time. And comes a point in life where you have to find hobbies that start bringing you more joy, more happiness, and more energy, and more hobbies and habits that bridge the community or bridge different communities. Like I love anime. One of my hobbies is reading manga every single Sunday. I watch manga, I play video games, I love to run. I'm playing Helldiver 2 right now. It is crazy fun. I just with my boy Trey on Mortal Kombat. I love a good fighting game. I love a good one-player game. I also love cooking. Cooking is one that, man, really grinds me. I feel every man should learn how to cook and make a meal for themselves, at the minimum. If you want to have a family, you should be able to make a meal for your family. You need the bare basics cooking culinary skills. Another one of my hobbies is videography. I love cameras, I love filming, I love recording. I love highlighting people's just day and they're capturing their special moments and filming some of my clients and showing their progress and how hard they work. I like highlighting different spots to where people don't see themselves. When you pick up that camera, you just enter a whole new world and you get to create what you see in your mind and bring it to life. It's so crazy. Like, you're literally, I think in movies, you know what I mean? So whenever I'm seeing something, I'm like, man, this will be so cool. That angle will be so fire. I just love that. Another one is books, man. Me and my friends, we got into books. Man, I'm reading The Brand Flip right now. It is an amazing book. If you're a business owner and you want to create your own brand, read The Brand Flip. It is going to change the way that you view the people that you work with and the people that supporting you. This year I've read this book called Dark Matter. It is the book about the multiverse, and it's crazy. It is so good. I spent the weekend like 3-4 hours just reading the book. It was so freaking good. And then I got this other book, crap, I forgot the name of it. Oh man, Alex Cross. Cross Goes Down. Man, it was so good. I love a good thriller book. But I'm getting back into reading. And I love traveling too. Going to New York in a couple of weeks. Next week, actually. And I love to go sightsee. I love to go see how people live and invite myself into their culture and just see what it's like. You know what I mean? And that just keeps conversations interesting when you're talking to your family. When you have those things around, you can get connected with people who also love to do those things and people who can show you a different way of doing those things. And it just allows you to enjoy more of life. It doesn't take much to read. It doesn't take much to find things that you enjoy, but it does bring you so much more than it takes, man. We gotta find these things that brings us more joy, that gets us more connected to a community of people who are like us, who are or different than us, and gives us a different perspective and shows us that a better way to live, man. So put them 4 things at the top of your priority list, and I promise you that your life will feel so much more fulfilling. You'll have more purpose, and it'll be easier. If you don't feel like you have purpose right now, it'll be easier to find your purpose. That's it. Like, that's it. You got those 4 things, those 4 pillars, and every day you're focusing on building those and pouring into those and nurturing those relationships that come along with it. Man, all I'm saying is, man, out of my 30 years, man, this by far has been one of the most fulfilling and peaceful, energetic. I wake up with so much energy, and I don't even sleep good sometimes, but I wake up with so much more energy because I'm powered on purpose. My days are not boring because I'm connected to my hobbies every single day. My family, I'm surrounded by a wealth of love because of my family, man, and I pray to God, and He's been listening and leading me, and I just hope that this video helps you get more clarity in life and you start thinking about your own pillars of life and how it's connected and how it's affecting you. If you want to build better habits and live a longer life and a better life, plant your life around great pillars. Coach Joe checking out.